Alright, hello everybody. So, as September rolls around, I'm actually going to be going back to university. It won't affect my streaming schedule all that much, except on these days, Tuesdays, where I won't be available to do a stream. So instead I decided to do some recordings ahead of time, so you guys still have something to enjoy while I'm gone. Today we're going back to Baldur's Gate 3. I played it at release a year ago. I played as a paladin with the Dark Urge origin, which I kind of regret picking, but I kind of don't. It was fun. In the years since the game released, they've added a whole epilogue section to the game, so I thought we would be checking it out today, see what my playthrough looks like with the epilogue. I've already gone ahead and advanced to almost the final confrontation. I mean the final hit of the game, the final battle, the final round. So it shouldn't take too long for us to go back to the ending and see what the epilogue looks like. I think they've also added some new things to the ending, some new options or whatever. So I'll also be looking at what happened at the actual end of the game. Anyway, so in case you guys don't remember, because it's been a year, we last finished off as, in the final moments, we became a mind flayer to save Orpheus from becoming a mind flayer, so we can go and kill the big bad evil Mega Brain to save the world. And also, you know, we made a whole bunch of decisions with our companions, which are going to affect the ending, but that's going to come in later. First things first, we have to go and murder a big old brain. I think I can go ahead and 5 turns remaining. Can I fly? I was kind of bummed at release that all of my choices of rejecting power, resisting the Dark Urge, not using any tadpoles, nothing, just ended up with me becoming a mind flayer at the end. But on the other hand, it does help with the thematics of the ending, which you'll see when it happens. I thought it was neat that becoming a mind flayer, I was hopeful I could resist the temptation of becoming super evil, since I already resisted the urge of the Dark Urge. Anyway. How do I smite again? It's been a while since I played the game. Smite, there we go. Easy win. Pop. Next. No. We failed a saving throw. Aww. Womp womp. Let's have bonus actions though. Levitate, Pommel Strike, Strengthened Force Tunnel, Sanctuary, Divine Favor. Sure, why not? Boop. Okie dokes. Outside, we don't have to worry too much about it. I think we've gotten the hang of whatever's happening on the outside of the brain portal. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Oh boy. Alright, well, you guys are gonna see a cut from now to when we finally finish the fight. It'll take a while. Easy peasy. Just use smite. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, got it. Murder.
Silence, Brain! The grand design has failed! You have failed!
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
Commanded to die. End this!
I'm just gonna mess around with the sound a bit. Okay, time to murder. Boop. Let's just press the win button.
My master. I must
chaos and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn mythids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Silence. Free of urge and worm, your brain is battered and bruised, but it is yours. Yours at last.
Unfortunately, I am a man flayer, so that doesn't really help. Not total freedom. Okay, that's a bit wonky. Oh no, if only I could levitate. Let me just get this mouse out of the way. And it sucks all these innocent people have to die. Well, the people who had the tadpoles were part of the cult of the Absolute, right? So I guess they're not technically innocent. Except for us, we were innocent. I mean, we weren't because we were also part of the cult, but it doesn't matter. If you hear any weird noises, because there's currently a thunderstorm going on. And that spooks the doggy a whole lot. So he's currently hiding under my desk where I do my recording.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Hells. I'm lucky I learned to swim when I did.
That did help.
It. The Netherbrain is dead.
The parasite. It's withered. Dead along with the Netherbrain. I am cleansed. I will never be a filthy geich.
Only mild offense intended, of course. You did the unthinkable, and I'm grateful for it.
It's alright, I didn't like what I've become. It was necessary, that was very insensitive of you. Nah! I don't exactly
will
like
ensure
being a
that
mind
all
flayer.
Githyanki know your name and your sacrifice. What you have done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane.
You better win, Orpheus, otherwise I'm gonna be mad.
With their lost prince returned, my people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to you, the Illithid who defied a Netherbrain.
The best city of the land. You could have my friends, I didn't know other people. Friendship. I couldn't have done it with alone. Remember my friends.
As you wish, my savior. My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. Come, Lae'zel. We will free the Githyanki and dismantle the Empire. Let them be imprisoned no longer.
These are the people. You have a new purpose. This is your choice to make. I mean, it is her choice to make, but I'd rather her go with her people and, you know, go off into the next, go off into Baldur's Gate 4 and go into galactic wars and stuff.
It will be done. I will never be free while my people are still bound by Vlaakith's chains. Your will is strong, Rastil. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. Orpheus, I am ready.
Julas! Juthas! Farewell, Gestil, my liberator.
And there she goes. Into the sequel.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. You are a mind flayer, the very thing you sought to eradicate. Whatever self you possess is quickly ebbing away.
No.
Your friends and enemies alike are ripe for manipulation. And if not manipulation, then consumption. Soon you will not be able to trust yourself at all. You will be a monstrosity beyond redemption. Or not. Perhaps you are unique among Illithid kind. Perhaps you will retain enough of who you are to resist your nature. A rogue mind flayer. Like the Emperor, the risk is certainly yours to take. Will you?
I think if I was the default custom characters, I wouldn't take the risk, but I was able to resist the Dark Urge. Being an Illithid shouldn't be anything special. Embrace it, you'll survive, but you'll be able to take what your life if you feel it's satisfies with control. I think we found out could not be. There's no mind favoring feeling leaving you, put yourself in prison, take your own life.
You
Be
have
careful.
thwarted the Illithid grand design. You have defeated 3 chosen and a Netherbrain. You are miraculous. And you have earned the right to live. Your fate will be what you make of it. Now you are your own master. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. And once I have, I'll return it to Mistra.
Okie dokie.
She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free.
Sounds good. Bleh, sounds good. You'll be her chosen. Why do you care what Mistra? Be a god. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okie dokie.
A wise man learns from his mistakes and strives not to repeat them. I shall bring the crown to Mistra. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, grown quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Sounds good. Can I even drink as an illithid? A quick rest and to work, there's a lot of good the Mind Flayer can do. I'll do whatever I please. I think it's best I find someone to go to hide. Down the dark calls to me. Let's try to do some good.
Boo thinks you are very wise. He only wishes to remind you that his brain, while vast, would not make much of a meal.
Thanks, Minsk.
I
Bleh.
honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
Bye,
We will
Asterion.
find you, Astarion. And Boo will bring a sunflower.
That sounds a bit cruel.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you.
I mean, what if I chose to die? Then she wouldn't have to say that, would she?
Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
I mean, you weren't at the party at all, and I'm pretty sure I kind of messed up your build. But I guess you did good.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw...
I mean, we all know where this is going, right? I'm just gonna do the same choice as last time.
Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
I mean, sure. Why not?
You can't.
I mean, I'm not going. I mean, why would you not go to hell?
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlak.
Fine. I'll go. Well, with you. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
That way we get a nice little final cutscene. At least that's what you used to have. Now we have the epilogue. I hope.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
You slept like a babe straight through the night, dreamless, thoughtless, and almost entirely free. For the first time, you feel alone, calm. You breathe. Baal may have been your beginning, but he will not be your end. Of all those you killed in your father's name, one lingers in your mind even now. Alfira, the bard of the Emerald Grove. Her death weighs upon you still. A burden you will carry for the rest of your days. But fortunately, you will not have to carry it alone.
I'm sleeping a lot.
Last night was an experience. But I don't think you've changed quite as much as some might think. I'd recognize that vigor anywhere. It sounds like the city's trying to get back on its feet already. Normal life is returning. Which means things are about to become decidedly more difficult for you. Perhaps you could wear a mask. Say you're a leper, or have taken religious vows to conceal your face.
I mean, you have magical disguises. It may work.
For a time, perhaps. Deception and concealment has been part of my life for so long. But this is different. This is beyond me. After what this city's been through, people will scarcely tolerate cuttlefish at the fishmonger's stall, never mind a full-blown mind flare in their midst. Do you know what this means?
We have to move. Let's go with number 3.
You deserve to be vaunted, adored. Statues in your image should stand on every square. A whole generation of babies should be named in your honor. But it will not be so. All those people you saved, most of them will never know what you did. But you know. And so do I. I'll never forget.
Oh.
I need to get you out of here. It was difficult enough smuggling you in here covered in cloaks. It'll only get worse as normalcy returns.
Is that how we part ways? No, come with me. We face worse odds.
We have. And our luck held, despite everything. But we can't rely on that forever. I won't roll the dice day after day if your life is on the line.
Is that my underwear? I'd like to not part ways. Let's use the power of love or something.
I can't. At least, not right now. I'm sorry. After everything that happened with my parents, with Shah, I need time to myself. Time to find myself.
I mean, I can go with you in that case.
That would call for an awful lot of discretion, you know.
Power of love.
Enough to make even a former Sharan take pause. But, after all we've been through, I really should know better than to doubt you, shouldn't I? All right. Let's try. We've gotten this far after all. Just let me do the talking. You'd be amazed what a pretty face can get away with.
Yeah, this was the last cutscene. Before the updates, this was the last thing you saw before the game ends. And then there's the post-credit Withers talk.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down.
Okay. Yeah? Yeah, the engines calm down.
I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got.
It's kind of weird.
Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out. Just get rid of them. And don't forget.
It's hard to hear you over the music.
You asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Okay. Skip. Does that work? Skip? No? Oh, 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 oh.
You and Shadowheart found your peace in a country farmstead with a pack of pets and a garden of night orchids. You were basking beneath the silver moon after a midnight swim one night when you notice a letter among your discarded clothes. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Oh, a projection of Lae'zel. Everybody's projecting in.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I mean, if you're gonna tell me that the power of our bonds is our greatest strength, then this reminds me a whole awful lot of Monster Hunter stories.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the Ballad of the Endless Spring performed. Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap.
Let's first start with Shadowheart.
Mind my step.
I didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
You're injuring yourself in no time. I can pinch you. You'll have some fun.
A little wine might help accelerate the process. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
I'm willing to accomplish all things. What do you think is worth telling? We could bore them if we tried. Think of all we got enough last night. Last night? No, this last while. Or the redeemed boss plan, the exquisite paramour. Never. Return to my own ways as I see one if I see one stifled yawn.
They're our friends, dear. Let's spill nothing but wine tonight. I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
Can you remind me what we've been doing these past months? Let's have a hug.
Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? Alright.
Yeah, hug. The tentacle hug. Ew, all slimy.
I could get lost in those arms.
Okay, bye.
Forgetting something?
Yeah, so last time, when I last finished the game, I called it 9 out of 10 too horny. That's what I mean. The game is just too horny. Especially because back then there was a bug where Gale wouldn't stop romancing you even if you reject him like 5 times in a row.
Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
Or when Lae'zel wakes you up in the middle of the night for sexy stuff. Or how Astarion can't stop whining. I'm not sure if this would bring us just good memories. This is also the camp where we killed the Bard lady and we broke our oaths for the first time. And the last time? Did I break my oath more than once? Maybe accidentally once. Hey, Gale is here. Bro,
Well,
stop romancing me.
look what the Tressim dragged in.
Where is you, kitty cat?
Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion.
Illusion?
Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
I thought by default you were an evocational mage. I mean, yeah, you're like our super mega chosen of Mystra.
I did offer, as a matter of fact. However, the Blackstaff insisted I couldn't teach every subject, nor could the simulacra of myself I offered to create for that purpose.
Lame.
So I've settled for teaching the art of illusion. Magic to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all, imagination.
Mm-hmm.
I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific.
So I guess he's scared now.
I surrendered the crown of Karsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Or a mind flayer, perhaps.
Smiling may no longer come easy to you, but I've seen how your tentacles twitch at my jokes. Even the ones I'm not entirely certain I was trying to make.
Dang.
Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic.
So his
Try
illusion,
their best, of
his
course.
illusion students aren't doing
They can
pranks
manage
with the
to
illusion
stay awake.
magic.
Cheek of them.
Hey,
Nothing
Tristan.
a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
The power of love. Twilight, sans journey ended. I found someone who loves me. Even in this form, happiness is the best word I have for it. Sure, happiness.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty
I feel like my
of
Mind
tales
Flayer
about our
form
escapades.
and my
There's
Dark
something of a
Urge
hero to them,
background
you know.
are mixing up and
Delighted to
overwriting each
introduce
other.
you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
That sounds fine. I can do divine magic. And Shadowheart can come with.
I don't see why not. 2 heads are better than 1. Unless you're dealing with an Etin.
Ew.
Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower.
Uh-oh.
My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower.
Sure, we can go and give a lecture on divine magic or
Give us
something.
plenty of time to
Shadowheart's the
catch up on
cleric,
your
I'm the paladin.
adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now.
What have I been
Time
up to
enough
the
to
last
come.
few months?
Now, there's a face I know well and
Hey, Volo's here. How do I make people shine again? Oh, that one. Dagger +1.
Nice
Shadowheart,
to return to familiar
Gale,
environs.
Jaheira. Minsk is here. Happy Horson. Karlak is here. Where's Volo?
Ah, it's the star of the show. Our humble protagonist who forsook Baal to
Wait,
save
you know
the
about that?
city. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Mm-hmm. You want a statement?
Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form.
Amazing.
You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
Isn't there a name for a book about the the events of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? The hero and I. Do you think our readers will believe a Mind Flayer could be a hero? You could capitalize on history repeating itself. How about the Ball Spawn 2?
Come now, you don't want to be seen as a mere sequel.
I mean, I am.
Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you.
No work involved.
Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Okay, sure. How about Karlak?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. With this, you mad bastard! You brought me back!
Jeez.
Soldier. It's really you. Oh, I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so tentacly.
It happens. My mucous membranes are self-cleaning.
You can't miss it. So shiny. Haven't seen any Mind Flayers anywhere in Avernus, I must say. Never thought I'd miss them. War's a dirty business. But having Will around has been incredible. Fucker's even better at killing devils than yours truly.
Dang.
We don't have much time to chat, but just knowing he's there makes all the difference. Oh, but hey, guess what we found?
But then no.
Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge!
Looks like she's still playing Baldur's
Our
Gate.
current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You
That's
haven't
good
seen
news.
the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
That is a good news, actually.
Trying not to count my owlbears before they've hatched. But the thought of coming back to Baldur's Gate keeps me going. Can I look you up when I'm out?
Sure.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Oh.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Hey, Will is here too. Everybody's here. Is Asterion here?
My friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Breathe deeply and take in sense around you. Oh. I can't smell. Nope.
You take a deep breath, but you don't notice anything.
I mean,
beyond
Will's
the
been in hell. I think the sense of sulfur.
By the good gods. How bad do I reek? Ugh, shit. Dried devil's blood. Stinks like a skunk.
Do I have a
squatting
nose?
In an Aboleth's corpse.
I don't think so.
No wonder. Karlak and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlak can fill you in.
Yeah, it'd be fine. I missed having met you with Mizora.
She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tanari assassins who slip into Avernus. Armonites that amass near the sticks.
Hmm.
My next target's the most challenging yet, or so she says. I don't know much more. Only that it's no demon, but a devil.
I mean, we've killed Raphael.
I'm not worried. Not when Karlak's got my back. I swear she could scare the eyes off a beholder.
Have you had any time to visit your father? I doubt it.
I've seen him more than a few times.
Oh, never mind.
And he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch.
Wow.
And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine.
That might be a mistake.
He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
I miss traveling with you.
I've missed you too.
I've actually asked questions to the other.
Rush of battles
The others.
we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
I actually haven't been playing Baldur's Gate 3 ever since we finished it on stream.
Well, that's enough hell talk.
So
for
I
the
guess I
moment.
never
Then
I never
suppose
redid another
we
game.
shouldn't go wasting it.
Though I might at this point, since the game's already
Or
installed.
wasting any of the
It's so
wine, for
big.
that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
All this stimulating conversation
Stop it.
leaves you hungry. To speak is not enough.
Stop it.
You wish to explore the brain of your friend with your beak. Will's frontal lobe which processes his judgment and measured words, would be a delicacy befitting his nobility.
Stab it. Resist. Damn, is that hard of a roll? Time to use all this inspiration. Nope. Nope. I hope we don't have to do this often. Yay.
This is highly illogical. There are plenty of other craniums awaiting your suction.
Damn it.
And this is a prize ally. And besides, this brain before you, its endorphins are in a joyous flow. It is a wonderful scent. The odor of friendship.
Alright. I managed not to eat Will. Hopefully we won't have to do this often. The Forgotten Troubadour. Who?
I do not know, Boo.
Don't eat the brain.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Who are you? Who are you?
You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Okay.
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane.
Oh boy.
Alas, one purgatory to another.
He's a forever bard. What were you doing in there?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None.
He's a demigod? A god?
Musical prayers were once offered to Menil, Lord of Song, a minor deity whose worship faded after offending the trickster god Cyric.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Can you trap a god in a fugue plane?
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
Nah. The song was fine. I didn't actually hear the song.
Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
Alright, so we have a god of song for our little party. If I go back and speak to Karlach, can I ask her questions?
Look at this place. At us. This is the best party I've ever been to.
Dang. Oh, well, guess not. Minsk?
Ah, breathe deep, Boo. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. Ah, to meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Happy?
Yes. Honored, of course.
Who is this?
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them,
Mm.
It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achsome.
Wait, so he got teleported here? You're still chasing after the guild? I thought you'd make peace with them.
So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
After the Balian history, if you got more allies than... But if you've got any more allies from the last crisis, I'd like to meet them. Ooh! About the previous games. Let's see, who would be left? Maybe Aerie? The fairy elf lady? Or... I think that's all the long-lived person. Wasn't there... There was a halfling. I forgot her name. The not paladin halfling, but I don't remember how long they lived for.
Minsk has wondered how that sad-mouthed grey cloak and flighty Aerie have...
Aerie...
And whether Jan ever built his turnip cannon. But should you meet a red wizard, remember, you may have conquered your bloodline. But there is no shame in a small and sensible amount of murder. Now, halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends. So you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the blade of frontiers, Devil Horn, and Angel Heart.
Now it's the Blade of Avernus, I think.
Hazel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith, and true friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it.
Nice.
We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where.
I doubt Astarion likes Minsk visiting.
The man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. Shadowheart, two gods dogged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself. Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball, and Bane.
Nice.
Once the guild is made of goodness once more, Bull shall scratch the hells wide open and find a way to bring her back.
Looks like everybody wants Karlach to be back.
And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief. For the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Isn't Wither the host?
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Okie dokie. I could loot the place, but that sounds like a bad idea. May I talk to Happy himself?
He's going to kill me, isn't he? Not the big mad bastard. The hamster.
Probably. Who else is here? Ooh! Lae'zel. How's the Baldur's Gate 4 going?
For 2 months, Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place.
Because as she went on the training arc.
I always told myself, a necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you
brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Good to see you. First couple of black hits are well underway then.
We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known.
Orpheus?
There is Minyaragith.
Who? I don't know who that is.
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An exiled people. Once king with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into two. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am a warrior of the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces.
Sounds good.
My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable
No,
charm.
she's becoming a self-aware. She's too high level.
Soon,
When is she gonna come back?
when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Who's left?
You made it.
Oh, Halsin.
Now the revelry can... You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company.
I don't really care for Halsin.
But now, our paths cross once more.
Just as nature intended, the feeling is mutual, I miss you. Time's flown by. You sound almost sentimental considering we didn't get along. We didn't get along, question mark?
Our differences are insignificant compared to our shared experiences.
I mean, I know he
and
wasn't on the team
achievements.
often.
We are a rare breed. We should let bygones be bygones.
How about a hug for an edited? How are you?
I was just about to ask the same of you. I'll admit, I am curious to hear how you've been occupying your days.
Let's see, you first. I could listen to talk to you all day. Let's talk about me. Don't want to talk about it. Stay a little longer. Okay, you first.
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly.
Community?
In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland
Oh.
into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Wraithwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Sounds good. The balance you wish for?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Though it is a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing. I see that now. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I need to see this place for myself, if that's possible.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges.
You have
Their
orphan
appetite
kids?
for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months.
Dang.
No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Had I known bedtime tale was a possibility, I would have sought you out at camp. Let's see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
That's because when you say you're all ears, it means you shut up. Deception. Regale Hasten with tales of your past 6 months. A detective story. Exposed been limited to my new form. A pariah. We killed him of the tales of my past 6 months.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Tell me about Daniel and Oliver. Still partial to roaming in bear form. You seem more settled. I expect you out of the grove. Oh boy. Daniel.
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned.
Still partial to roaming in bear form. Expected it's more settled than you. What of the grove?
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
But I will not ask all the questions. Last time I did that, I almost ate Will's brain. Let's just leave.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
That's nice. Does it do anything? You're sentimental.
Oh, I am well aware, trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on, enjoy the festivities.
Alright. Receive the whittled duck.
Now it really is a party.
Hey, Asterion. I still remember how I hated your guts.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. At least I assume it's you in there. It's a little hard to tell. How have you been since, everything?
It's hard, I guess. It's not been easy.
No, I imagine not. I am sorry. I wish things had worked out differently for you, but...
But?
Well, no use dwelling on it, is there?
Have you fared? What have you... What do you do?
Cheeky. I've been very well behaved, thank you. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero.
Ooh.
It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
I could have told you that. Oh, you're a good person now.
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me.
Dang it.
Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
You miss walking in the sun? Let's not ask him that. What's next for you?
Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
Okie dokie. More worse than better.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I.
Not really.
From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Uh-huh. Alright. Who's next? Where's Jaheira? Oh, there she is.
Well now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Your higher form has brought with it some higher manners, then.
Maybe. Missed you too.
Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh?
Uh-huh. The Ball Temple stands through the carnage. The upper city was destroyed beyond reconstruction. It's a Kibar, Kip. I wouldn't change a thing. Aw.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers.
Sounds hard to organize.
Son Jord has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
And maybe she'll have the help of Will's father, whose name I forgot. Duke Ravengard. What about Minsk?
The beloved ranger? Oh, beloved wherever he goes. Winning all sorts over to our rebuilding efforts. Minsk has the guild and 9 fingers on board. Deep down, it seems even the wicked can be moved to care for the city that made them. Of course, many of the wealthy fled the city when danger struck. Ha! Perhaps the thieves only want to lure them back. But for now, their hands are busy laying bricks. While I hover around, Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed.
I'm pretty sure I killed somebody on that first night, too. Did you have an adventure in mind?
Just a little wander, perhaps, to stretch the legs. I'll find my way back, as I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home.
I mean, that's where all your kids are.
Home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave and look back. For a little while, at least. But, should a mother wish to know how her children are faring, not worrying, mind, only wondering, perhaps you might write and tell me of them. And of you, too.
Do more than that, I actually join the Harpers? Nah, I don't think so. I'll make sure they don't fall with the wrong sorts. I can instantly project news of any misbehaviors into your cranium if you let me inside. Only if you promise to write back.
And I vow to send them word of my own wanderings. If only to spare me Rion's wrath next I return. If you really want to help, you'll get Minsk out of trouble for me. Spare me that adventure. Still, we need not begin with the fare-thee-wells just yet. We have tonight. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Alright. I think that's everybody. Vodo, Jaheira, Lizelle, Halsin, Asterion, Karlak, Minsk, Will. I think that's everybody. Oh. Let's look around the camp a bit more. There's Gail's cat. Tara.
Oh, right. You. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dekarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute.
Mr. Dekarios.
Is that right? And you made significant sacrifices to your well-being by the looks of things.
Yeah. Anything to help him save Faerun.
Well done. Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able. If you can extract yourself from whatever responsibilities mind flayers might have.
I mean, I have a lot. Thanks for the invitation.
We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
Okay, let's find the end for this, so we can be done for today. How do I get out of here? Maybe in this corner over here? I hope I haven't missed anything. You know what? Let me quick save. I still remember the button. That's good. Hey, Withers is here.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I think I feel hungry. I'm proud. I protect the city for myself and my father. I can't help but feel some things have been left undone. I'm tired. I only protect the city for myself and my father.
Thou givest thyself so little credit. The duty borne by you was great, you could have well shirked. Thou gavest what it was possible to give. The realm continues for your sacrifices. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
Alright, but I think that's done.
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over.
Yay.
For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Baldur's Gate, the greatest friends I could dream of. To my real family. To Brain Without Worms. To Baldur's Gate 3.
To you.
Oh. Okay, and that's how the game usually ends. I imagine what's gonna come next is the regular conclusion where Withers talks trash to the dead tree. Alright, that was a nice little revisiting of what life looks like post-game. We got to resist our hunger a little bit, got to know a little bit of what everybody was doing, Lae'zel's off into Baldur's Gate 4, Will and Karlach are exploring the DLC, we're having love and power of friendship and stuff, people are rebuilding Baldur's Gate. It was nice. Anyway, we got to see what our epilogue looks like. Hope you guys had some fun. Until next time, bye bye.